He just
Then I suppose. Then I
They just
suppose I
cut
shall just have
even.
to. Then I suppose when I enter the city, I shall just have to go through the register of noble families and decide which mother was most likely to have fucked a count in order to induct you into the Order of the Chevaliers.
What did you call me?
So, all the people in the area sort of kind of take a big step away.
There's the opening. Drive the cart up.
Seriously, Megara.
Well, that was uncalled for.
You'd be wise to take your words back, Pumpkin.
I shall do so when you take back yours.
No, you are.
No, you are.
Oh, you are.
I'm rubber and you're glue.
The cart is driving up at this point.
Alright, so yeah, the cart with Niram and the rest pop up. And the armored chevalier looks at the cart and looks up at Niram, who even sitting down, he's still like huge, and then he's on a cart. So
And
he's
it's in flashy Grey Warden colors.
that's true, and he has his Grey Warden-ish armor on. Oh, the man in the armor says, the circus is in town.
You hear that, Arresta?
Well,
You
as
said
you
you're a
said,
circus performer.
they'll let anyone join the Grey Wardens these days.
Hello.
So is anyone more diplomatic going to try and scooch in here?
It really doesn't look like it's going well, guys.
Oh, this is.
Hands are at swords.
Arresta clears his throat. Look, I don't mean to interrupt your contest here. You can do whatever you want to each other, but Grey Warden business, please open the gate.
Wardens, really?
Yep.
That's us.
Hello.
The visored face stops on the elf for a bit, and then is just like, just shakes his head.
She's our slave.
And then Caden's fist finds the back of his head.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay, well then you'd know that that was an inappropriate thing to say.
Yet you said it anyways.
Most of what I joked doesn't get said.
Uh-huh. It all happens. It's all in real time.
Well, it just happened then.
Complete with Caden's punching.
Arrested is laughing though, so
Namek slowly lowers his face into his palm.
but no, seriously, please again.
The cart will have to be searched for contraband.
Like what?
Well, dwarf dust, for one thing.
Oh, I don't have any of that. I've got this stew here though. Would you like some?
No.
Arresta's holding it out.
They don't take any.
There are stink lines coming off of it.
But the guards do search the cart, unless you actively stop them.
I
I don't
don't
have
care.
anything to hide.
You guys don't have anything to hide, so they don't find anything.
Thank God they didn't find that body. Nobody
Have a-
turns down Oresta.
What the hell? Yeah, they eventually let you guys in. It takes like about half an hour of them just searching your cart.
You say
Well-
searching, but you mean delaying.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't find anything, but anyway, feel free to go back to your fight now. Later. Arista does the giddy up thing with the reins.
Well, have a lovely day. Amik tips his straw hat.
Where'd you get that from?
I made it out of straw.
Makes you look dignified.
The cart is rolling away without Roland.
Roland just grumbles and follows behind them. You got lucky.
You can practically feel the smirk on the guy's face as you ride past him, even though you can't even see him.
Has Roland's pride been destroyed?
Well, that happened before with Oresta.
Yeah. Roland commits that guy to memory. His voice, at least, since he can't hear, since he can't see his face.
Yeah.
Didn't he have any heraldry or something on his armor?
Good question, did he?
Yes, nothing you'd recognize right away, but
Okay. I will make the appropriate roll later when you have remembered what it should be.
okay.
Or when he decides to use it
Yes.
against you.
The best thing to do
Turns
would be...
out he was the prince!
Whoops!
No, as soon as we get inside, you should just like lean over to somebody, give them 3 silver, and go, "Hey, who's on duty out there?"
Yeah. I'll just hire a bard to kill him.
Sure, because that would work out super well.
Well, that's how things go here, isn't it?
Oh my
Sometimes.
god, are we gonna get another game character in on this?
We don't want Liliana, because then Roland would try to sleep with her and then he'd get killed.
Liliana is in like Lothering right now.
Yeah.
At
she's
this
busy.
point.
So was she legitimately trying to join the Chantry, or was that a mission?
She's still
Huh?
in the Chantry. She's
Yeah,
all
she
about
is.
the Chantry.
Oh. Okay, I know my lore.
No, she had legitimate guilt over the bard thing, I think.
Yeah, and the woman who saved her is the one who becomes the new divine, which is essentially like the Chantry Pope,
Damn.
and hires her, and that's why she becomes like the divine's agent after the first game. That's why she shows up in 2.
Moving up in the world.
So where should we go?
So the inside of Val Royeaux is the most bustling, busy place any of you have ever been. There's people everywhere, there's noise, there's bright colors, there's flowers, all sorts of stuff.
Amik starts
It's-
to get a rash from tipping his hat so much.
His hair grows
Claustrophobic.
back just to fall out again.
Hard being so polite.
So what kind of lodgings are you trying to find?
Well,
A 5-star inn.
I think to start off with, we should probably find an inn before we, go and meet the local wardens. Should give ourselves a night to, recuperate and clean up and all that stuff.
Gotta put our makeup on.
Yep, gotta put our faces on.
All right. All right. So, what would be the right check for that to try and find someplace like that?
Streetwise.
Streetwise even a thing?
No, I don't think it is in this system.
No, it's not. So that would, I guess, be investigation. If you want to, like, ask people. Or Searching.
I have searching.
I have neither of those things and have never been to Orlais.
Yeah. We should just stop and ask somebody.
I will roll searching.
That's good. We should definitely get the elf to ask people about this.
Well, searching would be
Yeah.
asking. Searching would be
Just
looking.
Well,
Yeah,
I
and
can
nobody's going to pay
search.
attention to an elf skulking around, so.
All right.
Well, that's just what they do.
Do it.
I don't mess around.
All right, so Kenneth, you managed to find an inn a little off the beaten path. You notice a lot of the inns are really crowded at the moment. Unfortunately, the name of the inn is the Drunken Rabbit. And you can tell what they mean by the sign.
Ha ha ha.
It's a kind of elven caricature look, like stumbling around with a mug in one hand.
And there's like 2 crudely drawn arrows going for her back.
Damn. Not quite.
There's nowhere else.
Probably not.
Kenneth will inform everyone.
Oh, you found an inn.
Yeah.
Rabbits!
Not that kind of rabbit, Aresta.
What do you mean?
Candace is just kind of making this.
Oh, I heard all of that. That's a little dark. Maybe we
Aresta's secret.
shouldn't stay there. Yeah, it's his wizard ears.
I don't suppose there's any friendlier place we could stay.
Oh, there's got to be. Look how big this place is.
Yeah, but there's a festival in town, so a lot of the other places are booked.
All the
So if
cheap
you want to
places.
search,
No, all the
Search.
good places are taken by nobles and stuff. And wealthy
if you want
merchants.
to look around, you're welcome to. But you know that's the best I can find.
Well, it is just for one night. Hopefully.
Don't say that. You're gonna curse us.
I always do. Let's go and see if we can find the proprietor and see if there's any rooms available.
Okay, so you guys head inside. It's busy, but it's not completely overwhelming in there. The proprietor is a fat, jovial man. It looks, balding. Basically, like, slightly shorter than Amek, but like 2 Ameks across.
So the size of a normal person then.
Oh, 3 Ameks across then. Yeah, and then he sort of looks around at your rather strange crew, kind of squints and rubs his eyes. Welcome, lords and ladies, to the
Oh.
Drunken Rabbit.
Thank you. We're just Grey Wardens. Well, except for this one. Amek says, gesturing towards Roland.
Ah, right.
Do you happen to have any rooms available for the night?
Oh, yes, we've got 2.
Okay. And how much would we be able to, or how much would we need to pay for those rooms?
Oh, well, that'd be... Oh. Oof. He kind of looks up at you guys. Looks you up and down. About a gold a night.
Really?
Oresta's shirt just explodes off him.
The buttons hit 3 other patrons in the air.
About 5 silver in each.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
You're a kind soul.
Well,
Arista flexes further. He can't
That-
stop.
That's
his
as low
pants
as he's
fly
going.
off.
He's gonna call the guards at this
Yeah,
rate.
that's
Too many
fine.
buttons.
Let's put down the money. Does that happen to come with any meals?
Oh, of course, of course.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Here's my 5 silver. Amic will pass over 5.
I pay.
It's quite nice of you. Here's a tip.
Arista puts 1 silver on his right bicep and then flexes really hard, and it just kind of falls to the floor.
Oh dang it. How many silvers are in a gold again?
Isn't it 100?
I think it's 100.
Alright.
Yeah, so he went way down from his original asking price.
I don't think he expected
Not
the.
bad.
I don't think he expected the Arista Express.
Alright, I've adjusted my coinage accordingly.
Well, whoever does expect it.
No one.
Not even the Spanish Inquisition.
No.
That's right.
I'll go
Especially
drop
when
off
I
my my bindle in one of the rooms. What are the
Arista's gonna
rooms,
head over to
what are the rooms
piano.
like?
They're nice, actually. It's a pretty, comfortable place. The issue is that there's not exactly going to be a surplus of room, given, the number of you.
Is there just 1 bed per room?
Yeah, a double.
Alright. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Well, we really don't want to keep Roland and Arista apart, so.
Sure, we should make sure they stay in the same room.
That's fine. I sleep standing up.
What the hell? Okay, so what are you guys doing? You gonna just take dinner and then sleep?
Is there a piano downstairs?
No.
Is there some kind of instrument?
No.
Some kind of guy singing?
Girl
singing?
Yes, there's a minstrel. Not a bard, a minstrel.
I was trying to think of a quick joke there, and it didn't go well.
No.
Minstrel's wearing an
No.
elf face.
Ha ha.
But yeah, Arista's gonna spend some time downstairs drinking, as is the tradition.
Okay. Roll me, how long are you gonna be down there for?
I'm gonna be down there for 9 hours.
Okay, roll me Constitution drinking. You get moderately drunk.
Alright, that's what we want.
Not too shit-faced.
The more hammered he gets, the more Scottish he gets.
Actually, he starts talking more clearly, I think, probably.
Yeah, he does.
He makes more sense.
Like at one point, another member of the team goes down to get some milk to help sleep, and there's like an intense philosophical debate going on downstairs.
Amic
And
just
then
turns
later-
back around and goes back up. Like, never mind.
Then they come back down later, and Arista is line dancing with 14 people. They're all doing the achy breaky.
That's a dwarven dance about mining, right?
It is.
It's because you break the rocks and your back gets achy.
Whoa, you've heard the song before.
We were fairly recently in Orzammar, don't forget.
And, Amic is used to his things being achy and breaky.
That's for sure.
He starts crying because there's so many feels from that song.
This is too real. It's too real.
Them feels.
Dem feels indeed. So, alright, so Arista's off getting drunk. What are the rest of you guys doing? Kana's gonna wander off again.
I thought about it.
She's gonna find a fight club.
Roland is plotting his revenge.
Well, one thing you do know about Val Royeaux is that there is an alienage here. This has a more traditional arrangement than Halam Sharel.
Goody.
And they still kind of, just wander in there and murder occasionally.
Yeah, actually, yeah, they do. In fact, if you are curious about that, cultural lore checks.
Now this I gotta win.
I don't know why I'm curious, because I'm sure I already know, but...
Arista lifts a finger to his melon.
Is the Jimmy Neutron Think animation?
I would have gone with Psych on that one. Well, yeah, Roland, typically when a Chevalier is newly minted, they go to the alienage in Val Royeaux and track down some elvish criminals.
Are we saying criminals in quotation marks?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. This is probably why Roland's not a Chevalier.
He failed the exam.
Emmett goes to sleep.
Not quite
I'll be
that
back in a
bad.
minute.
Roland thinks there are plenty of reasons to kill somebody because they disrespected you, because they insulted you, because they were impertinent, but not just because.
Man, this story is like where he's the kid who was taken out to hunt, but he couldn't shoot the deer, except for it's way worse.
Roland's standards are just a little bit too high for Orlais. Everywhere else, they're like, "Oh my god, you maniac!" And Orlais, they're like, "Ugh, you milk-hearted wuss." Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm guessing the rest of you guys are just gonna kind of chill out and then sleep.
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
Just
Sure, I
about.
got the dagger under the pillow.
Probably a good idea, particularly here.
She always does it. Come on.
I know, but here it is particularly a good idea.
Well, I mean, at this rate, you never know who or Orlais is gonna wake up next year next.
We keep him in the room with Roland and also Hagram. They've all had
Hagram's
previous
the meat.
Oh, so
I think we
because
did that last time.
Roland makes
Hagram's not.
Roland makes Hagram sleep between them as a buffer.
Aw, poor Hagram.
You're Belgium, Hagram.
Ouch.
All because he's not. Oh, he's not here. Let's abuse him. That's
Exactly.
cruel. That's cruel.
Taking advantage of his, personal issues.
Yeah, that's ice cold.
His
Really is.
personal history of sleeping between people? What?
Yes, yes.
Yes, exactly that.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
Do we have a weird fact prepared?
Did you know the sun is a mass of incandescent gas? It's a giant nuclear furnace.
Technically speaking, it's a plasma, you dork.
Nerds!
I remember this time, Mike.
You're not gonna. We do not talk about Jupiter.
I remember this time.
Yeah, yeah.
What about Jupiter? Hmm?
Oh, I don't
Go ahead,
know.
Mike. Go ahead.
What about Jupiter?
Now
Ah.
Jupiter is the popular one.
Now we need to know. We got to know this. You can't leave
Go
us
ahead.
hanging. You can't leave the viewers hanging.
Yeah, come on,
this.
Bill Nye.
They don't
Yeah.
even understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll say this: we were doing another game in another time and place where we were having a fight.
You were cheating on us, you son of a bitch.
A space fight around Jupiter, and I kept talking about the gravity's stronger on Jupiter, so that's going to increase our fucking maneuvering and crap like that. And then Farrell, the person that he is, goes and just straight up links something out of Wikipedia that's like the gravity table for Jupiter. It's like, no, it's actually like zero difference from Earth orbit because jet gravity from Jupiter only matters on the surface of the planet and not around the orbit.
Oh, sir.
And so he pulled my pants down in front of the entire group, and we all laughed.
Did everybody laugh at you?
Damn,
That's how I remember it happening.
you got science bitched.
Everybody like stopped and just started laughing.
No, we were at Callisto.
Oh right, we weren't even at Jupiter per se, just one of the moons.
That's right. It's the hot one.
He's like, "Hey, watch out, buddy!" And I'm like, "No."
That's not as bad as like when I was. This was a long time ago. We were doing a Outlaw Star RPG with Big Eye Smallmouth.
Nerds.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then one of the characters, like, I forget what the exact reason was. There was like a race or something like that. And one of the characters, their engine started overheating. And he says, well, I'm going really fast. Shouldn't the air cool them off? They were in space.
Oh.
God. I had to put the stylus down for that one. God damn it. But that's not how... But... No.
No, it isn't.
Damn
You have
it.
to suspend belief for these pretendy games, gentlemen.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna... I believe in suspending disbelief, but there's just certain fundamental things that you need to pay attention to, like there's no air in space.
But in the Wing Commander movie,
Okay,
Wow.
right there, you just like completely shot yourself in the foot.
in the Wing Commander movie, when the one chick gets shot down, right? Her space plane crashes on the spacecraft carrier. Yeah, spacecraft carrier deck, right? And then it's on fire, and then they drive out a bulldozer thingy, and they push it off the edge, and it just kind of drops straight down.
That was probably the artificial gravity generators.
I am going to tear out your heart.
What's wrong with the artificial gravity generator?
That doesn't make any sense. Why would there be an artificial gravity generator on the outside of the
On the
spaceship?
outside of the ship.
Yeah, you can't see it because it's a stationary camera, but the entire ship rotates in order to
How
create
is it actually
centrifugal-
Oh,
on
it does.
fire
That
if it's
works.
out in space? Fire doesn't work the same way in space.
Oh, did you mention fire? Well, that's a different story.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
burning.
Well, you know, it should have been a pink explosion.
They had sound for the explosion too, didn't they?
Well, yeah, they had sound in space.
You have to. How else do you know what's going on? You see, that wasn't a real sound, it was a radio transmission because everyone in the future is considerate in space, and they just transmit the sounds that their vehicles would be making.
They make them with their noises. Or, yes, their noises, their mouths.
That's right, they do.
Everybody's Michael Winslow.
Vroom, vroom, vroom,
What's
vroom,
going on
vroom,
with
vroom,
those
vroom.
now?
Oh, they're
We
making
went-
my
What is,
head hurt.
We went onto a big tangent because Farrell is really pedantic about space.
Oh, okay.
Listen, motherfucker, I sit there on my
You
free
sit there
time,
all day
and I
thinking
read
about
about
space
dark matter,
above and beyond
quantum
the TV
theory.
series.
Oh man, that show was awesome.
It was, and it had such a sad ending.
Which show?
Yeah, Above and Beyond. Space Above and Beyond.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
never
show.
actually saw it. My sister
Oh my
was
god,
into
you
it.
should see it.
It was
They
real
knew they were
good.
getting canned, so spoiler, they killed everybody.
Yeah.
Which
Well, I
was
guess-
great in a way. It made for a really emotional ending.
It was by the guys who ran like the second season of Chris Carter's Millennium.
Okay.
And then Chris Carter hated what they did with the show, so he fired them and went to do it himself. And then it sucked. So it got canceled, and then they ended that show by having it end on The X-Files.
They
So I guess
sure
I'm-
did.
Yeah, yeah. It was like the big Millennium Group thing. It was just like a bunch of zombies or something. I don't know. It was dumb.
It sure was.
Basically, what I'm saying is Chris Carter sucks.
True story.
Is he involved with Supernatural?
No,
That's the other guy, isn't it?
that's Eric Kripke did
That's
that.
the one.
It's John Carter of Mars.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, did we all go to sleep except for Arresto?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to cut it there, and we'll wake up in the next episode. Till then, all the best.